Yo, what is up YouTube, man? Today we got a video talking about my new favorite dribble pull-up in NBA 2K25, and that is the Kobe Bryant dribble pull-up. You get this animation at starter 4 for builds that are anywhere between 6'5" and 6'9". I know, it's unfortunate 2K hiding animations behind the starter 4 wall. It is what it is though, man. They've done it for a couple years. They're probably planning to keep doing it. And if you can't get this animation, I do recommend Kevin Durant or Pro 2. Those are both great dribble pull-ups for wings, for bigs. Even if you are taller than 6'10", you can use the KD. But check this out, man. He jumps. I go straight to the Kobe Bryant dribble pull-up. You're not going to see hardly any players have this animation on. I'll show you guys why at the end, and I'll also show you why this animation is so great. You can do a fadeaway from left, from right, from backwards, a front fade. Now right here, I shoot a heavy contested dribble pull-up just to show you guys that it's not game breaking. It's not going to be an animation that you put on and it's going to completely change the way the defense has to guard you. You still got to be able to get open with this animation, but you're very easily able to do that with this. For a lot of dribble pull-ups, whether you're going left or right, it's going to affect the animation. It's going to make it slower or faster. But with the Kobe Bryant dribble pull-up, whether you're running right or left, or you're running backwards to shoot a fadeaway 3, like you guys are going to see me do right here. I mean, look at this, man. Does that not look smooth? Does that not look easy to time? And even though it's not like it's creating a ton of space like I would say that Kevin Durant does, it's still tough for the defense to guard because you just go on a full sprint and they cannot catch up with you. But I mean, look at this, man. He jumps, nervous, I'm going to shoot. Right there I go to the Devin Booker hop jumper because I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm not going to just spam the same animation all game. But I had the option right there if I wanted. You guys can see in a Park 3v3 game that only goes to 21, I end up scoring 15 points. The only shot that I missed was the heavy contested Kobe dribble pull-up that I took, just because I was feeling a bit of a heat check, because you can green reds, you can absolutely green yellows, but of course, if you can get wide open, that's always the goal. Got a little Pro-Am gameplay for you guys right here, kind of just showing you in the flow of the game. In Comp Pro-Am, teams are going to try to hide their PGs in the corner so they don't have to play defense, and that's where I cannot wait to pull out this Kobe dribble pull-up on them. They're going to have to be on their toes, they're going to have to run with me, they're going to have to be able to predict what I'm going to. And like I said, the animation itself, it's not really going to troll me that often, with giving me a pro play animation, with giving me a slow fade when I'm expecting a fast fade. I can very much reliably count on the dribble pull-up animation to be fast, to be consistent, to be what I want it to be every single time. Right there, he ends up playing up a bit too high. I drive into the hoop for the dunk. That's going to happen as well. If I'm hitting a bunch of midi fades, then they're going to start trying to shade off the side I want to run to, and at that point, I can either go in for the dunk, I can go in for the midi fade to the other side, I can go to the post. You have a lot of options, and it all starts with just having a reliable mid-range fade. Something consistent that the PG on the other team in this Pro-Am situation is not going to want to defend. A lot of games, teams just end up switching their lockdown on me. They end up switching their power forward on me. And that makes it to where I'm not looking for my offense as much. I'm just doing other things to help the team win, whether it's rebounds, throwing fast breaks, being able to get blitz steals here and there, being able to drop to the paint for blocks. And you guys can see, man, player of the half with only 7 points. I've only taken 3 shots, but I got a lot of rebounds. I got a lot of assists. You can see right here, he ends up jumping again. I go to the Kobe post hop shot this time, which is another starter 4 animation. 2K was really enjoying hiding the Kobe animations behind the starter 4 wall. They even got a Kobe post fade in the game. Check this out too. Bonnie takes the shot. I'm on the offensive glass right here in the paint. I'm going to run it out, go to the side, go to that Kobe pull up at the top of the free throw line. Players do not like guarding the mid-range. They're thinking that they need to hold the paint, they need to guard the 3, and that means that the middies are going to be open a lot. In some games, it's going to demand you take a bunch of shots like you guys saw in the Park. I was taking, 6-7 shots in a Park game, whereas, in that Pro-Am game, I was a bit more laid back, 5 for 8, nothing too crazy. I had 10 rebounds though. It was more about just doing what my team needed for us to win. Starting this game off, you can see I'm about to go to the fade. I see Apollo open for the shot. He ends up missing. I end up missing. We might have been on West servers or who knows, but finally I'm able to knock down the first shot, 2 for $1. And early on in this game, you're going to see the other games I was starting off with the dribble pull-ups Right here, I'm going to actually go to some other moves. I play the lane beautifully right here, and we're able to get a fast break because of it. But I'm going to go to some other moves. They're not going to be expecting the Kobe dribble pull-up is in my bag. And I'm going to use that in the second half when they're not ready for it. And I swear, man, I mean, I play a lot of comp 5s. You know, even in the rec, I just never see players try to go to that mid-range fade. You see right here, my guy jumps, so I end up going to the Devin Booker hop jumper right here. There's just so many ways to utilize the mid-range. I mean, right here, I go to a hop jumper. Now, you know, you could count that as a close shot, maybe. I think those are mid-range shots because they're outside of the paint, but whichever way you want to think of it. I get the steal, but unfortunately, he ends up stealing it right back. So, what did I end up doing? I get a turnover. He gets a dunk. It's whatever. It's null and void. Right here, Laker dots me beautifully. I take my time with the 3. And now it's time to get these Kobe dribble pull-ups going. Right here, he jumps thinking I'm going to take the 3. At that point, it's either going to be wide open or somebody's going to help off, and I'm going to have an easy dot. 12 points in the first half, and we are absolutely destroying the team we're going against. They are a clan, you know, shout out to them. They were doing their best, but I was in my offensive bag. The team was hooping. Everyone's playing defense. You can see Bonnie ends up just throwing me the ball. He's playing way too high. Ends up getting behind me. He jumps, but that says wide open. You know, maybe that could have been an open or a light contest, but I'll take the wide open. It is tough to contest this dribble pull-up, man. I thought KD was the best at not getting contested, but ever since I switched to the Kobe dribble pull-up on this build, what can I say, man? I like it a lot. It feels a lot more consistent compared to the Kevin Durant where you can actually get different pro play animations in it. Once again, Laker dotting me wide open in the corner. Easy shots to make. And to end the game, I'm going to dot my man Joe on the other corner. That could be a dangerous pass. You know, I can hit the backboard every once in a while. But when it goes through corner to corner, you love to see it. And that is just me using this animation in the flow of the games. You guys saw, you know, sometimes it was the Kobe post hop shot, sometimes it's the Kobe dribble pull up, sometimes it's the Devin Booker hop jumper. I love them all, but if I had to have one for a game, what I want is a Kobe dribble pull up. And as you guys can see, showing off this animation in the my court. The reason you won't see a lot of people equipping this dribble pull up is because you need a 92 3-point or a mid-range to get this animation. You got to be starter 4 and you got to be between 6'5 and 6'10, and there's just not a lot of builds that applies to. Now for my 6'9" stretch big, it's the perfect build to get this animation. And why is it such a tough animation attribute wise? You know, 92, should it really be that tough to unlock? And honestly, I mean, yeah, you guys can see me running right, me running left. Smooth animation every single time. You're going to see right here, I end up going to the top of the free throw line, backwards fade, it's green. You can see me right here. I'm going to run all the way out to the 3-point line in the corner, another green. It's so consistent. Now, sometimes you will get a slow fade if you go to a long 2-pointer, but even that is very greenable if you know it's coming. You can do some front fades with this animation as well. And if you guys don't know how to rhythm shoot with this, if you flick up while holding RT, you got to flick down to get the rhythm. You can do that if you want to. I don't think it's necessary. I think you can definitely green without it. I like using X for this just because it feels the exact same with the patch ever since Season 2 started. Let me know what you guys think about this animation, man. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton. And this is Tonic, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.